On the mic, baby. I finally got me a mic. King Kevin Show. How y'all doing? Today is November 29th, 2023, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard. You know what? I put 4 p.m. I put 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it's 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So many people be like, man, it's already. But you guys know what I meant. It's all good. So anyway, we are live now, and now we got Facebook on. Is Facebook in the building or what? We ready to go live. We ready to go live, baby. So the topic of today's story is about the invasion getting ready to take place in Haiti. Now, so I've been reading a couple of nice articles recently. Um, some as last night, this morning, 30 minutes ago. And Reuters was one. Kenya's parliament approves police deployment to Haiti. That was kind of pretty much new what that article was going to be talking about. You know, the fact that they okayed it. Hey, this we're going to invade Haiti. We're going to supply 1,000 troops to try to tackle 9,000 gang members in Haiti, which is really a paramilitary gangs. They're not normal gangs throwing red and blue flags. These gangs are, um, you know, a lot of them are military trained, military grade weapons, et cetera, et cetera. So it's not your normal, hey, let's stop a gang violence type situation. This type situation can literally end the lives of many people. So it's going to be a bloodbath. Make no doubt about it. It's going to be a bloodbath in Haiti, unfortunately. And it's funny that the U.S. doesn't want to invade Haiti because of their past experiences in Haiti and the failures that they've had in Haiti. You know, that I should say. And I hope you guys can hear me good. As I was saying, they don't want to invade Haiti themselves because of the foolery and the things that they've done to a lot of the Haitian people during the first, 2, 3 invasions. Case in point, 1915 to 1934, that 19-year occupation of Haiti, violent occupation of Haiti, where they re-enslaved, stole Haiti from Haitians, stole the money from the banks, controlled the financial institutions, controlled the armies, controlled the land, changed the constitution so that Europeans can own land in Haiti, et cetera, et cetera. Then again in 2004, well, hold up, before 2004, 1994, Najib Bertrand Aristide was the first democratically elected president of Haiti. Because before, the parliament used to just select the presidents of Haiti. So that didn't go well. So they went to democracy, which allowed Bertrand Aristide to win about 90% of the votes, which was like crazy. People overwhelmingly selected Bertrand Aristide to be the president. But unfortunately, the powers that be didn't like it. And as I mentioned, this article that I read by Reuters, another article I read about foreign policy, the U.S. is preparing an outsourced invasion of Haiti. So the U.S. wants the UN to take the lead, and the UN kicked it back to the United States, and the United States has kicked it to Kenya. So that's pretty much what's happening right now. Kenya, their military force, who's known for egregious human rights abuses, human rights atrocities, and they're sending these individuals to bring peace and democracy to Haiti. So I want you guys to just be aware and look out for what's really about to happen. And a lot of people say, well, you just talking, you really know what you're saying. You know, you're not in Haiti, you're not in Washington, D.C., and how do you know these things? I've been right so far. I did predict back in 2020 that Jovenel Moise would be killed and assassinated. I predicted that. I was like, this guy is staying in the capital. He doesn't want to leave, even though his mandate is over. he still want to be the president of Haiti. I said, yeah, they gonna kill him. Now I was saying that the Haitians were gonna kill him, so I didn't even see the whole Colombian assassins coming through and taking them out. You know, I wasn't aware or privy to information about the drug business in Haiti. Even though I was researching it, you know, the fact that Pablo Escobar, which was another um, estimation or that I made, and I was correct. You know, I was like, look, Pablo Escobar was the drug kingpin from 1980. I want to say 1980 to about 1993. You know, he was drug kingpin, $30 billion net worth, crazy amount of money, insanely rich. And I'm like, damn. And I knew about him. Pablo Escobar, those who don't know, was the biggest drug kingpin in the world, the richest criminal in the world history, or with at least one of them. A lot of people know about El Chapo, but this is what I'm trying to say. So I was like, look, if he's moving that much coke through Colombia, through Panama, through Jamaica, through Bahamas, and these countries have what I would call, even back then, including Haiti, legitimate governments. So he was able to do that in those countries. I was saying to myself, because I studied Pablo Escobar's work, not because I want to be a drug dealer, it's because I'm just amazed about, you know, the amount of money and the atrocities that he committed, and, you know, to become the big kingpin. I even read his brother's book, The Accountant. His brother who wrote a book about being an accountant to Pablo, and he tells the backstories that you won't normally hear about. And so as I'm reading this book, and I'm reading you know, things about Haiti, et cetera, it came to my attention that, you know, Pablo had to have been running dope through Haiti. And guess what? He was. Tons of it. They say all the dope coming to Florida that was from Colombia ran through Haiti first. So Haiti has become a transshipment state. Now, I'm going to leave that alone for now. You learn more about that in my next book, Americas and France's 1,000-Year War Against Haiti, Assassination of a Nation. You see that information on my website. But what I want to say here about this occupation is that the United States know they can't really come into Haiti and just invade again, because the whole world is watching. The whole world is watching. They can't do what they pulled off back in 1915, where they devastated the economy, and they placed, they called them Germaldes. First they were white Germaldes, now they're Haitian Germaldes. People like, you know, Sergeant, what's his name? Butler. Can't forget his first name, but I have his book here actually. What's his name? Smedley Butler. Now, he trained Haitians to take over Haiti. Smedley Butler, who wrote a book called War is a Racket. It's a very small book that I read. I heard about his name for years when it came to invasion, because not only did they kill about 20,000 Haitians during that 19-year occupation, the U.S. Marines also won medals of honors for the atrocities, the rapes, the killing, the mutilations. I mean, crazy. The fact that they even got the Medal of Honor, they were awarded for their savagery. And that's what I couldn't believe it. I absolutely couldn't believe it. And I learned that in the book called Taking Haiti, 1915, 1940 is what they called it. And then, so I'm like, wow, if they could get away with that, and not only get away with it, they got the thumbs up to do it, what else could they do? So the reason why what happened in 1915, 1934 plays a major role in what's going on in Haiti today, not only economically, and I'm not going to even mention the 150 million francs that France forced Haiti to pay, which is equivalent to about 21 to 28 billion dollars, including inflation. 28 billion dollars that could have been in Haiti to help develop the country. Now, when people like Sergeant Smedley Butler trained the Haitian men to become what some sort of military force they're called the Jamardis, when the U.S. left, they left these guys in control, and these guys were trained how to kill, how to torture, how to arrest, how to kick in the doors, intimidate. They were taught these things. And mind you, the Marines that were in Haiti at the time, another assumption I was right about. I need to do a video on the assumptions that I've made. And I've been right almost every single time. Every single time I've been damn near 100% right. And I said, when I was reading the book, which book I was reading, it could have been Uses of Haiti. Definitely Taking of Haiti, but I think the idea came across when I read a book called Uses of Haiti by Paul Farmer, who died recently, either early this year or late last year. I want to say earlier this year. He was a white doctor from Harvard who actually lived in Haiti 20 plus years. So his information was critical to my research. Critical. And I'm going to show you that book a little later. As a matter of fact, before I forget, let me introduce several books that I've been reading and researching to support my book. Because some people be like, "Oh, how did you know this information? Who are you, and what qualifies you to speak on this matter?" I've been asked that several times, believe it or not, and I'm going to answer that question. Now, here's one book that I read called For Whom the Dogs Spy by Raymond Joseph. He had a couple of big positions, ambassador to Haiti for the U.S., worked in D.C. He was born and raised in Haiti, had to leave Haiti during the years of Duvalier. So I was like, I read the title of the book, For Whom the Dogs Spy, Haiti, from Duvalier dictatorship to the earthquake, 4 presidents and beyond. Very interesting book on the inside type stuff, right? So shout out to him. Hopefully I get to holler at him. The Uses of Haiti, which I mentioned by Paul Farmer. This book here, when I read it, several times it made me shed a tear. And I'm not even, and trust me, anybody who know me know I don't really cry like that. This book made me shed a tear. Kind of like you guys shed a tear when you watch the Titanic. Yeah, this book, I mean, it's not the type of book you can just read and just go through reading. You know what I mean? Like just, quick reading. Oh, this is good. No, you gotta highlight, pencil, pen, ask questions, research, and stop and think and ponder. Like, oh man. So it really goes into the devastation. And I could go into more about that another time. For sake of time, I'm not gonna go too much deeper into that. But I knew about Paul Farmer before I read that book. Let me just say that. All right, Haiti by Philippe Gerard, the tumultuous history from Pearl of the Caribbean to the Broken Nation. Now, this book here, I like it. I just like the fact he kept on referring to, whenever he talked about Haitians, for the most part, he always referred to them as peasants, which a vast majority of Haiti is a peasant population, to be honest, uneducated, illiterate, and unemployed, you know what I mean? So this book, it had some good information in it. It has very good information. I'm not gonna lie, I ain't gonna hate on the man book. I read it, I enjoyed it, as a matter of fact. And just to make a note, what I was saying about reading, you see the highlights in this? That's just one of them. Wait till you see the highlights I put in. Where's that book at? Damn in the Flood. Okay, it's right here. All right, here's another book, Killing Hope. U.S. military CIA interventions since World War II. So I knew Haiti was going to be in this book. I got this book pretty cheap at the thrift store. Taking Haiti. This book here, this book made me feel like I'm back in college, called Taking Haiti, Military Occupation, The Culture of U.S. Imperialism from 1915 1934 by Mary Rinda. She's a professor at, which university is the professor at again? Mount Holyoke College. Gender and American Culture. Very good book on the occupation, because I talk about the occupation of Haiti in 1915, 1934, but she calls it 1915, 1940. And Why she said 1940 is why I'm really digging into that book. So what I wanted to show you guys really is this one, Damn the Flood. Damn the Flood is a book by Peter Hayward. Is it Hayward? Hayward. Haiti and the Politics of Containment. Now, this book here, I'm pretty much almost done, about 100 pages left. I've been this year, I think it is, about 400-page book. Very, very, very profound information. Very, very profound information. A lot more detail than I wanted to know regarding the politics of Haiti. And man, it's just, I have a bachelor's degree in political science, minor in marketing. So I'm well aware, politics and the dangers of it. But with this book, really, so far, what I've gathered, ascertained from this book is that in Haiti, and just like in Jamaica, just like many countries in Africa, Congo, Rwanda, politics is either your team, your political group wins, either you win or you die. There ain't no in between. Haiti, like I said, in Haiti, is either you win or you die. And so, with what happened with President Aristide, which I didn't know, is that the U.S. spent $70 million, 70 with million with an M, $70 million from 1990. I'm sorry, from 1990 to about 2004. $70 million to anti-Aristide groups, anti-Lavalas. Lavalas is the name of Aristide's group, and then Lavalas expanded to Famille Lavalas, which means the family. What does Lavalas mean, by the way? I really need to look up what that meant. I forgot what that meant. Regardless of the fact, it changed from, I want to say Lavalas mean avalanche, but I'm going to correct that because I never, even though I read the book, but I didn't finish reading it. What does that Lavalas mean? Oh, I was right. Avalanche. Okay, I was right. So avalanche family or family avalanche is what it grew to. But why would they spend so much money to destabilize and to make a government look illegitimate? Think about that. Why would they spend so much money? And I'm not going to give you guys the answer to that one yet, because then you have no reason to read my book. But what I will say is that Haiti was never given a chance. It was always doomed. It was always doomed for failure ever since they gained independence. Now, a lot of Haitians are proud, waving their flags. I got a few flags here. As you can see, there's 2 flags behind me. People will wave their flags, say they're Haitian, proud to be Haitian, et cetera, et cetera. Haitian Flag Day, May 18th. They throwing up the flags and everything. Speaking about 1804, almost as if we had part to do with it. Now, I understand it's our ancestors, but we seem so proud on the history, but neglect the present situation of what's going on in Haiti. We think we can just boast and brag that we're Haitian and we got the best food and the finest women and the most beautiful beaches and the most beautiful land in the world. A lot of that is true. There's many beautiful different areas of the world. I've traveled the world, not all of the whole world, but I've been to several countries and continents. So I've traveled more than most people that come from the ghetto. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely one of those individuals that escaped the traps of the ghetto. And my main concern now is how do we help the Haitians of today escape the traps that are there of certain death for Haitians today in Haiti. Now, those same military groups that I spoke about, the Jamardis, those same trained Haitian police officers, when the U.S. left Haiti, what they did was they left Haiti and left these gangs, or these military people, armed and unemployed. So what did they start doing? They started going to Jacmel, Bonaire, Cap-Haïtien, different parts of Port-au-Prince, the different ghettos in the capital, which is Port-au-Prince, which is where most, what, 80% of all the chaos is going on in Haiti, just in the southern region. So you want to come to Haiti, go to Cap-Haïtien, northern Haiti, the airport, Hugo Chavez Airport. There's two airports in Haiti. It's not as big as the Port-au-Prince airport. I haven't been to the Port-au-Prince airport, but I know that the Hugo Chavez airport is very nice, professional, clean, courteous, people there. I was there myself, so like I'm telling you. Now, those same guys were unemployed and they needed money and they needed power. They needed things that men need. Men need to be working. A huge part of men's masculinity and ego, manhood, comes from us being able to work. If we're able to work, then we're able to feed ourselves, feed our families, our loved ones, etc., etc. But unfortunately, these guys, instead of helping and providing a rule of law and protecting the people, they began terrorizing the people. Some of them ended up getting locked up or killed. Some of them ended up elevating to higher places, powerful places. People like Raul Cedras, for example. This guy here, not only did he create the first coup to get Aristide out of Haiti, but he could have killed Aristide if he wanted to. Raul Cedras could have literally killed Aristide. Aristide had over about 24 attempts on his life. This man is either has a heavy sense of protection on him. I don't know if he's using some sort of black magic, voodoo, or prayer, Catholic priests, saints, something of a higher and powerful entity protected that man from being killed. He had some real killers, some real headhunters after him, and he did not die. So I'm impressed by that. He must have a strong sense, a spiritual sense to know when danger is coming, because he has avoided danger. He has avoided it. Now, Guy Felipe was another guy. He was more part of the second coup that got coup d'etat that got Aristide out. Guy Felipe, who was sentenced to 26, 27 years. He actually just got out of prison. He was in Atlanta. From what I was told, he was in Atlanta, but now he had aspirations to go back to Haiti to help rebuild the country. This guy was one of the main criminals, who also was a good buddy partner with Jovenel Moïse, the president who actually was assassinated back in 2021. And so he was about to be voted in as senator, but then the whole cocaine smuggling and money laundering charges came about. And so they, him getting arrested and being sent to prison. High-ranking national police officer, and he had a judgment to pay the Miami District Court $1.5 million, which it's all right. But the other guy who ended up going to prison as well, he had to pay $15 million. And his name, I want to say that was Kenit. How do you say his name? He was a good friend of President Aristide. I have his name here. He was arrested and sent to prison for a good amount of time. So, but anyway, all these guys involved in drug smuggling, all these guys involved in torturing and killing, and by the way, with immunity. So these gangs that the U.S. the men that U.S. left in charge created these gangs, these groups, because they're really fighting for resources. They're really fighting for, not to starve to death, really. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, these paramilitary groups in Haiti today, as we speak right now, have a waiting list of other young men wanting to join. Now, these guys are involved in quite a bit of treachery, very much, very, very much dangerous individuals, and they're not being trained, just giving guns and go wreak mayhem. And gangs were used for political control. That's another thing that I've learned. Gangs, well, I've already learned that, but I didn't know how systematic this was. Not only was gangs used for political control, for intimidation, not just by people in politics, the political leaders, but also the influential elites, the bourgeois. You know what I'm saying? So they were using these gangs, paying them to make sure that people were coming to work to the factories, to make sure that they were voting for certain people or not voting, to make sure that they didn't press charges or whatever the case may be. All kinds of foolishness. But these gangs were used for several reasons. Now, fast forward to 2004, the UN stabilization mission in Haiti, which is known as MINUSTAH, which was led by Brazilians. Now, at this point in time, this is when they introduced cholera into Haiti. These assholes, and I'm going to say what it is, they're assholes, defecated, took dumps for months, years possibly, right into the canals in Haiti, near the different. There's one main canal near the area of, I want to say, Artandi. I don't know how to pronounce that canal, but I can definitely pull it up. But that area, they defecated for years. They literally defecated, knowing they're supposed to burn that stuff. Because I know people that's in the military and people who have been in, on duty to deal with, feces. You know what I'm saying? Because people got to use the bathroom, so they're gonna take a dump, but not to take a dump and where people the rivers. Don't I mean, who would? People use the river, especially in rural areas of a country. They use the rivers to take baths, to drink, wash their clothes, etc., etc. And these people literally defecated into the water. And guess what? Haitians try to press charges against them, file a lawsuit against them, and all they had to do would be like, hey, we have immunity. The United Nations can do whatever they want in any country. They can rape 1 million women. They can kill 1,000 boys. They could castrate 10,000 men. They could defecate in the rivers, in the canal. They can rob all the banks. They can do home invasions. And guess what? Not a damn thing will happen to them. They have complete immunity, diplomatic immunity. That's the political term, the politically correct term, to do whatever they want in these countries. And I was like, you gotta be joking. How is that 10,000 people was killed by this cholera, still dying, 10,000 people, and 800,000 people, and some people say up to 1 million today, were affected by this cholera outbreak, and all they gotta do is say, we have immunity. The MINUSTAH, are known for killing civilians, crushing political protests, fathering and abandoning Haitian women, starting and trying to cover up the role in a deadly cholera that is still killing Haitians to this freaking day. You know how easy it is to treat cholera? All you gotta do is drink clean water and get, hydrated. That's all you gotta do. But if you don't get clean water and hydrated within 4 or 5 hours, you are dead. It's a death wish. Now, I didn't know cholera was that deadly or even that easy to solve and cure. But unfortunately, if the country that you're in doesn't have clean water, infrastructure, sanitation, etc., doesn't have good governance, which means the government's handling business. And today, Haiti doesn't have a government. They have Ariel Henry, who is a who became the prime minister of Haiti, de facto leader of Haiti. There is no parliament. There is no elected officials right now in Haiti. And some of this has to do with the Jovenel Moise, former president, rest in peace, who was assassinated. Some of it is his fault because he should have held elections while he was alive and not keep backing it up and delaying things and seeing people in the uproar, et cetera, et cetera. But in the New York Times, when it said about the cholera, the first victims lived near a base housing 454 United Nations peacekeepers freshly arrived from Nepal. This is where the cholera was at. And if it wasn't for a reporter who was there and who was, when he heard about the cholera outbreak, you know, and he heard where supposedly it came from, he went to the United Nations base and they didn't want to talk to him. They ignored him. So if you walk maybe 10 feet to the right, not even 10 feet, or to the left, but I've seen the picture in the video. There's a cement wall, says UN peacekeepers, but there's a fence, and you can see through the fence, and then through the fence, you can see them shoveling and trying to, and they were still dumping feces into the water, even knowing that they caused an outbreak. They were still doing it. And so if it wasn't for him being a reporter, recording this, and they were mad at him recording, they told him to stop recording. If it wasn't for him and this evidence, the UN would still deny that they had anything to do with the outbreak to this day. Guaranteed. So, where the cholera was underway, waste from the base often leaked into the river. It wasn't leaked, they poured it in. Numerous scientists have since argued that the base was the only plausible source of the outbreak, whose real death toll, one study found, could be much higher than the official numbers state. But the UN officials have consistently insisted that its origins remain up for debate. So they're not trying to take responsibility. Mr. Austin wrote that the United Nations Haiti cholera policy is morally unconceivable, legally indefensible, and politically self-defeating. So I'm not going to go too much more into that article, but it's crazy that the UN, under Chapter 7, UN Charter, action with respect to threats to peace, breaches of peace, and acts of aggression, it will not be responsible. It is not the responsibility of the UN Department of Peace Operations. Instead, it's dubbing a multinational security support mission using Kenya as the front runner. So this time around, 2023 going to 2024, the UN is sending, and with the U.S. funds, the U.S. Agreed to give to Kenya $100 million and whatever else they need to go ahead and make this happen. But these are the countries that are coming to invade Haiti. You have Kenya, Italy, Spain, Mongolia, Senegal, Belize, Suriname, a country I never heard about until today. They're based down there in South America. It's one of the northern countries. Guatemala, Peru, Jamaica, Bahamas, Antigua, and Bermuda. Some other countries, Burundi. There's some other countries that I heard about. So these are just the only countries: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I really think it's about 14, 15 countries. I know there's a couple other countries in Africa who's going to be part of this so-called peace agreement to bring peace and democracy to Haiti. They're not really doing that. They're not interested in bringing peace and democracy. They're interested in bringing that same old game of, oh yeah, we want democracy, but we're still going to slave your people. See, ladies and gentlemen, what you guys don't realize, most people are oblivious or just clueless to this. One thing about having this mic is that I can't hide behind my words. Like, you hear everything crystal clear. I can even hear myself. So I'm very happy that I'm transitioning to another level with my podcast. They say democracy, but they still have the same slave system in place. And that is why the UN in America wants to force democracy upon Haiti, forced them to hold elections so that they can maintain and hold the same slave system that's been in place since 1915, where the birth of the puppets were placed in Haiti. Now, and I say this in most of my videos, and I'm definitely going to say it in my book, America's and France's A Thousand Year War Against Haiti, Assassination of a Nation, which you can find out, the information on my website, KevinDorival.com, which is on the screen here. And love to have your support. Trust me, support a brother. If you know me, you know I'm on my grind. I am about writing for my people and support my people. And that's why we marched in Washington, why we hosted events in changing the narrative about Haiti, and also want to actually make a tangible change in the policies, which will only take place if we march in Capitol Hill lobby. Now, back in 1994, 2004, Operation Uphold Democracy under Bill Clinton. Good old Bill Clinton. Good old Bill Clinton. I don't know where I'm going to start with him. But back then, the invasion was a multinational invasion, just like it is now. It's going to be any day now in Haiti. It had French, Chilean, Canadian troops alongside U.S. Army and Marines, right? But they had Uphold Democracy. They were willing to talk peace. They were willing to talk peace with the military leaders that was in place in Haiti. So one might ask, why are they willing to talk peace with 200 plus gangs in Haiti right now? They're willing to talk peace with the military groups that was running Haiti, Raul Cedras, Jean Francois, Philippe B&B. I'm going top of my head right here. Guy Philippe. Guy, some people call him name Guy. Why would they really talk peace back then, but want to straight kill him and go on there gun blazing today? Why keep saying 1994 and 2004, but this was 1994. Why would they really talk peace with Raul Cedras and his clique back then? Why then and not now? I tell you why. Because some of these gangs that are taking control 90% of the capital, they are there really because they want real change. They want the Constitution changed in Haiti. They want infrastructure. They want clean food and water, sanitation, protection for the people. They want to stop the economic exploitation. They ask for real, tangible things there. So they don't want to talk. The U.S. don't want to talk about that. UN doesn't want to talk about that because the UN knows at some point in time they're going to have to be held accountable for the killing of the deaths of over 10,000 Haitians that were there during the who died in the cholera outbreak. So UN, and not only that, I don't even have time or want to go into the details of the atrocities, the savagery that the UN did while they were in Haiti. So that's why they don't want no parties this time, because the world knows, hey, the UN are dirty. As a matter of fact, a lot of the UN people who wear the UN hats aren't really UN soldiers. They're mercenaries from different countries, US, Canada, France, Germany, whoever. They're mercenaries, or soldiers of fortune is another name for them, that came there to create havoc. That they're there to constantly create havoc so that whenever you have a chaotic situation, y'all's gonna be looking for a solution. Y'all's gonna want peace. Y'all's gonna want some sort of relief, right? And so whatever relief comes as a result from the chaos, the people are somewhat happy, even though they're left like this with their hands out, with a poor man's mentality, because the Haitians today weren't the same type of Haitians from 1804. Because the Haitians of 1804 were what? Self-willed. They were self-determined. They were focused on one thing, freedom at any cost. And that placed a lot of fear in the powers that be, white supremacy, whether they were the French, Britain, Spain, and America. As a matter of fact, if Toussaint wanted to, at the height of his power, the height of his power, I would say, was about 1790, definitely by 1793, 94, he had things on lock. But by before 1800, anytime before 1800s, he could have invaded America. He could have invaded Jamaica at any time. He could have invaded Cuba. Man, listen, if Toussaint would have invaded America, it would be a different type of history we're talking about today. We probably all be speaking Creole in America. America was not a powerhouse back then. Definitely was not a powerhouse back then. Not in the sense of how it is today. But back then, Haiti was the talk of every town, every barbershop, every liquor store, every club, every plantation, every black home, every black school, every home of our ancestors, those who were enslaved or free. Haiti, Toussaint, Jean Dessalines, King Henry Christophe were always the topics of discussions, always, because they not only freed Haiti, but they freed the world. And ever since then, people have been to be afraid of that. So they pacified the country, brainwashed them through conditioning, exploitation, starvation, intimidation. Now you have the type of Haitians, generally speaking, not all Haitians, of course, that are, I want to say, for lack of a better word, beggars. They have, because look at it. Before 1980, 1985, Haiti was only importing maybe 10, 15% of its goods. Today in 2023, going to 2024, Haiti is importing damn near 90% of its goods and services. You got to be out your freaking mind. There's no country going to survive like that. You're going to be poor. You're going to starve. You're going to see the chaos you see today. Because the chaos you see today was always happening in Haiti, but just in small scales, in isolated places, in slums like Cité Soleil, or, you know what I'm saying? You have La Saline, you have, few, little spots where the gangs thrive in, because these parts are poor. And just to prove to you the U.S. don't care about starving, our people. They don't care to give a damn. When the earthquake happened in 2010, what did? They, instead of building schools and infrastructure, working on the sanitation, getting the streets cleaned up, paying the people to clean up the streets, they built soccer fields. They built factories. Nothing. They built maybe 3-4 houses. They're supposed to build about 2,000 houses. They only built 3 or 4 of them. And the houses they built was really only for the rich, the elite, those who are working for the government. So we have an obligation today, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, whether we want to admit it or not, or whether we want to recognize it or not, we have an obligation to help Haiti get back on its feet. Now, how are we going to do that, King Kevin? You guys are probably asking that question. I'm glad you asked me that question. I'm going to tell you how. The way we help Haiti get back on its feet is by, one, stop chasing our tails with these minuscule tasks. What do I mean by minuscule? What do I mean by these tedious tasks? One, I know we need schools. I know we need hospitals. I know we need this. We need that. The one thing Haiti needs most important that can help turn the tables around, because it's going to put Haiti back in the hands of its control, be able to control his own destiny, be the masters of his fate, is by having its sovereignty back. Haiti lost its sovereignty and was embarrassed by the world in 1915 when the U.S. came and invaded the country, stole $500,000 worth of gold from its Haitian National Bank, which didn't belong to Haiti in the first place. It wasn't built, run, or owned, operated by Haiti. It was owned, operated, built by France. So France sold those shares to America. So now America became a slave master of Haiti. They came in, recolonized slavery into Haiti, forcibly put them in plantation fields, chained them, forced them to work, beat them. If you didn't want to work, you were killed or imprisoned. That's slavery. And the United States has yet to be held accountable for such atrocities. We must be able to get them back to sovereignty, help them do that. We owe them that here in America. Those who are in this soil, those black folks around the country of the United States of America, we owe that. Why? Because your ancestors were freed by Haitians, for one, and two, Haiti is a black nation. All this pro-black and melanated skin and black girl magic, black kings and queens, all that extra stuff don't mean nothing when your people are starving to death, and that is exactly what's going on in Haiti today, right now. About 3 million people are suffering right now in the capital of Haiti alone. The capital was only made to hold about 500,000 people, belong to 3 million people in that part of the country itself. 90% of the Port-au-Prince is run by gangs. There were 10 departments in Haiti. 10 departments in Haiti. Each department was in control of their own areas. But thanks to the 1915-1934 occupation, under President Woodrow Wilson of the United States of America, and then FDR, who through massive protests, NAACP, who once upon a time used to care about Haiti, the Black Caucus, other black organizations stood up, protest. People wrote books, wrote articles, spoke, in DC about what they were hearing, the reports that were going on in Haiti. And at that time, that's what gave Haiti back its somewhat relief from the deadly, the brutal occupation of the United States of America. So there's been about 7 invasions ever since Haiti got its freedom in 1804. Just the U.S. alone, 7 invasions, U.S. and UN combined. And I just want to say this: the bloodbath is coming. They're coming. They're not willing to sit down and talk peace with the gangs. Even though 7 of them spending $100 million, I know how we can get this thing solved for about maybe $10 to $20 million. And I've made a video about it before already, and you guys could check out my YouTube channel, King Kevin Dorival, or go to the link below, whatever. I have a pretty good plan of how we can go about this peacefully, get order back peacefully, so that we can hold somewhat elections if we choose to. If Haiti choose to hold elections, because the U.S. is hell bent on forcing Haiti to hold elections. But there are ways that we can stop this madness. I'm going to pause Instagram and Facebook. You guys go to my YouTube. Go to my YouTube, please. Go to KevinDorival.com. Go to my YouTube so you can go ahead and listen to the rest of this video. The list goes on and on and on of how we can possibly, and I'm saying this based on what I learned in the past, right? On how we can actually get Haiti back on track and remove the gangs. Now, I'm not a high political official or nothing like that, but I can tell you this though. I guarantee I can bring peace and get these gangs to to stop. Because I even presented my idea to someone in Haiti. They was like, you know what, that might just work, but such and such will have to take place, and we can help you with that. Of course, I'm gonna need their help. You know what I'm saying? It's Haiti. It's not the country that I was born in. It was born in me, but I wasn't born in Haiti. So I couldn't really just say, what I mean? Yeah, let's just go ahead and we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that and et cetera, et cetera. I want peace in Haiti. I want peace and tranquility in Haiti. We all should. And Haiti deserves peace. The children deserve opportunity to go to school. Children deserve an opportunity to eat and have decent clothes and water. Be able to walk to school and not have to walk on a million tons of trash. Don't have to worry about getting grabbed off the streets by some pedophile. Children deserve better, man. Especially Haitian children. They've been through too much. They're so concerned about going on Palestine and Israel and Iran and Ukraine and Russia. And we right here in the West and got our brothers and sisters starving to death, getting killed by their own brothers and sisters. And this is black on black crime, the epitome of black on black crime. And the only way we're going to be able to stop this madness, stop the war against Haiti, by marching to Washington and peacefully get these gangs to put their guns down. And it's possible to do that. We can make that happen. We can get them to put their guns down peacefully. But they don't want to listen because they want that bloodbath. They know if the gangs peacefully put these guns down, that they will want their demands met. And the U.S. and UN don't want to meet those demands. They don't want to pay reparations, which is my belief. And I'll let you guys come to your own conclusion that Haiti is probably one of the best cases for reparations outside of the countries in Africa that I can't think of the names right now. There's two countries in Africa who Germany bum rushed, literally, to annihilate them. We come to the name German reparations, Africa. What's the name of those two countries? Germany, two. Okay, Hiroro and Nama genocide. Hiroro and Nama genocide, early 19th century. Man, they just killed and took people's land, murdered them, robbed them, arrested them, starved them to death, all kind of craziness, and literally exterminate all of them, kill them all. That's what they're trying to do to Haiti. Are we gonna sit back and let them do that, or are we gonna do something about it? Anyway, my name is King Kevin Dorival. It's been a pleasure to be here to tune in. I would stay in a little longer, but I do have some other things to get going. Go ahead and do. But I definitely appreciate y'all tuning in. Please share this, like this, support the GoFundMe campaign, or go to my PayPal and not PayPal, but I do have PayPal too. But my Cash App, support the movement. We've raised over about $1,500 so far. I'm thankful. I'm blessed. Let's help save Haiti. Let's please not allow the U.S. to just come there with the Neo-Colonialism and hand Haiti certain death. Because the imperialism of the United States and what they've been doing in other countries and these bigger powers, these powers that the superpowers around the world, they all are guilty of it. They all are guilty of the genocide and killing and just everything, man. We need to do something about it. So anyway, bless up. Y'all be encouraged. And happy holidays to everybody. And the New Year's coming up. So